Data acquisition is the process of sampling the real world and converting the gathered data into digital values that can be manipulated by a computer. Acquiring data is the first activity in the business intelligence process. Obviously, we must acquire any data before we are able to analyze or publish. Data can be acquired by querying databases, from log files, scouring the internet, or any other sources that are limited only by your creativity. However, it is recommended that rather than trying to collect all the data you can, think about the data that will help you meet your goals and work on collecting that. The first thing to always consider when acquiring data is the business need. Ask yourself why the data is required and what will be done with it. When people think of acquiring data, they usually think of setting up a mechanism to collect data. However, businesses can also acquire data through converting current data, sharing or exchanging data with other organizations, or purchasing data. Note that sometimes it is cheaper to buy data than to collect it ourselves. Finally, when you acquire data, you must store it. The fact BIS queries databases is one reason why normalization is important. We want to reduce the chance of bad data, and having data entered in multiple places rather than one authoritative table can cause consistency issues. Possible errors in data capture can also occur. People can misspell words, use various words for the same thing, or enter in different formats, such as including or excluding dashes from credit card numbers or phone numbers. The Japanese concept of poka-yoke, meaning mistake proofing, is a practice which designs processes so they cannot be done incorrectly. This might be adding a drop-down box so that only the correct options may be entered. The USB cable is an example of poka-yoke, as it can only be inserted one direction and will not insert if you try to do it the wrong way. Finally, from a hardware perspective, keep in mind that storing this data for business use is not the same as storing it for personal use. Typically, if this data is going to be used for business intelligence, it will need to be stored on a medium fast enough for your employees to quickly get data out of it. This might mean higher costs than typical data storage.